all you can die. Never wrong, they right.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Chicago Bears and the Oakland Raiders. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 28-yard line.
Go! 180! 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Watch the pass, watch the pass.
On the ground with a rookie from Iowa State, David Montgomery. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second and 9, Trubisky completes it to Miller. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On third down, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Let's go, D, let's go. All right, let's get there. Go, go, go.
On second and 12, Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Now Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards on the play. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Charkandrick West, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
58, 80, 58, right there. Let's go, tight end. Let's go. Check 26.
They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Rosen looking at a 3rd and 2. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Check, walk to before. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Hey, one sec. Check right 54. Right 50. Alert.
Here's Trubisky to throw. It's caught. It's Miller. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Begin. Lock in. 61, Matchbox Lights.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, a run with Cohen. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Here we go. Alert!
On second down now, it's Cohen. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Go! 180! 150! You're trapped! Mike 50, Mike! Hey, alert! Hey, Charlie! It's just me and you!
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he completes it to Cohen. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 4 yards on the pickup. And that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Monday. Let's go, defense. Hey, exit. 58. Ricky. Check the eye.
Now Rosen looking to throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Sack there by Nick Perry, the outside linebacker. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
54 miles. I'm here all day.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Taylor Gabriel, 57 yards. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Trubisky to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now Williams. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They don't get it all back there, but they do get 8. And it sets up a 3rd and 15. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustment.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off here, the 32. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On third down, Rosen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Middle.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Rosen now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Bears.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
To throw is Rosen. He's got it to Williams. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bears' 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
Here's Rosen to throw. Steps away to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And he's got Pete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
We saw everything we needed to see right there. Timing, anticipation, and accuracy. And when Josh Rosen throws a slant, if you're the receiver, get your hands up. Otherwise, the ball's going to stick right between your numbers in your chest.
Rosen now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They begin the drive with Williams. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Three quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in London. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I know you ain't got it. Hey, alert, alert.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Check. Go back. We got motion. Back up.
This time, Trubisky will throw. That is caught by Cullen. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Mike's 50. Get him.
Throwing here, Trubisky. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Let's go.
Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Tight into the right, boy. Tight into the right. Move. 4 down. 4 down. Hug. Hey, dude. 58, Mike. 65. 65.
Now Rosen. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Check. Slam.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
On
2nd and 12, Rosen.
He's checking.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Tighten up. Alert. 10. Whip. Watch the whip.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now a first carry for their fullback. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Alert, 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 alert.
Here's Trubisky. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, Delta.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Trubisky to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot for Trubisky. Escaping the... Now Trubisky lost the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Oakland, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.